The eschatology is this. We want to create an empire of reason, okay? What he calls a holy empire of reason. And for that, we must create revolutions around the world, okay? And what he's doing is he's trying to say that this is a crusade, and we go back to the time of the Knights Templars. And we were the ones who brought about the French Revolution and created Napoleon in order to achieve this holy reason of empire. Okay? So what he's doing is he's going back into history and rewriting history to show that the Freemasons were the end point of history, the natural evolution of the Knights Templars. Also, what he's trying to tell people is that we do things in secret because before we were the Knights Templars, the French and the Catholic Church hunted us down. So we had to disguise ourselves under stone masonry, okay? So that's why we took the guise of the Freemasons, because the Freemasons were just a workers' guild who built temples. And we took their shape in order to protect ourselves and then to try to promote our mission in secret, okay? All right, so this is why people believe that the Freemasons come from the Knights Templars. What this is really doing is it's trying to bring legitimacy and authority to the Freemasons by reimagining history as a movement towards Freemasonry. It doesn't make sense, guys, okay? So he talks about how the Freemasons not only created the French Revolution, but they brought about Napoleon in order to try to create a one world government, okay? And that failed. But if Napoleon failed, don't worry, America will succeed. This is another passage we will not read, but he talks about how the Freemasons actually created conditions for the French Revolution and conspired for generations, for decades, in order to avenge the death of their lost leader, Jacques de Molay, in 1314. Okay? So the Freemasons think centuries ahead, and they plan decades in advance. And again, this is all to create legitimacy and authority for their movement. This is a rewriting of history. None of this is true. Okay? All right, let's continue. All right, can you read, Alan?
The degree of rose is devoted to and symbolizes the final triumphs of truth over falsehood, or of liberty over slavery, of light over darkness, or life over death, and of good over evil. The great truth it inculcates is that notwithstanding the existence of evil, God is infinitely wise, just, and good. And though the affairs of the world proceed by no rule of right and wrong known to us in the narrowest of our views, yet all is right, for it is a work of God. And all evils, all miseries, all misfortunes are but as drops in the vast current that is sweeping onward, guided by him to a great and magnificent result, that at the appointed time he will redeem and regenerate the world, and the principle, the power, and the existence of evil will then cease. And this will be brought about by such means and its instruments as he chooses to employ, whether by the merits of a Redeemer that has already appeared, or a Messiah that is yet waited for, by an incarnation of himself, or by an inspired prophet.